Okay, it is saying that we are live, and as typical, it gave two live notices. It went live and then ready and then live again. So we're going to double check and make sure. Verify, verify, verify when you're doing a live stream. That's what you have to do because you never know what is actually going to be the case. And the audio sounds good. Okay, so we got a little bit of a pregame show. I try to start these broadcasts a little bit early just in case I have a technical difficulty with the streaming box, the Video Pro, which is finicky, to say the least. And so we do have a little bit of a pregame show going on, and this is a Sunday afternoon. And we have a couple of topics that we're going to talk about today, not the least of which is the lovely Brianna and her new brand that I'm helping her create. And we're going to talk about that. Let's see, we've got Triforce Rich is in the house. How is there a dislike already? Well, there's a lot of haters out there. A lot of haters out there. Durr's in the house. I think he already liked the page for Brianna. I think you already did that, and I appreciate that if you were one of the ones that did like it. It's official. The Apple Watch Series 5 is now the top dog in watches. There you go. Well, yeah, I think they were outselling everybody even prior to that. I think even prior to that launch, they were outselling just about everybody. All right, and we've got Kayleen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. Kayleen. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but good afternoon. We got a good afternoon. And I'm going to play this little video with Brianna, and then I'm going to let you all know what we're doing. We're doing three things today. We're going to talk about watches big time because I got some stupid comments that I have to address. So always the case here on the channel. Unfortunately, we have a lot of stupid comments sometimes. And then we're going to talk about Brianna. Bri Fit Dance, BRIFIT DANCE is her brand. And let me cut to and just play this video real quick here. And this is up on the YouTube channel here also with all the links. Please help my friend Brianna out by following her. You can go to BriFitDance.com, and that's actually pointed right now to her Facebook page. Like her on Facebook. Also, please follow her on Twitter and Instagram at BriFitDance, at BriFitDance, and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Okay, so the lovely Brianna, and we would appreciate it if you go to her Facebook page, and I believe I did put the link in the description of this video. I think I remembered to do that, but if I didn't, I did point the URL, Bri, and I'll put it in the chat here. Let me see if I can type it in here. BriFitDance.com. BriFitDance.com. I think that's right, and I think that uppercase H doesn't matter. Anyway, that's the URL, BriFitDance.com, and that actually goes to, no one says it right the first time, I hear you. And that actually goes to her Facebook page right now. We have it pointed to the Facebook page because here's the reason why we're trying to get more likes on that page. Facebook, I believe, requires you to have 25 likes before you can get a custom URL. Oh, somebody said I should button my shirt because they don't like my disgusting hairy chest. But anyway, I'll button this. So she's up to 17 likes. We just created the page late last night, like 1 o'clock in the morning. She's up to 17 likes. We need to get up to 25. I believe she'll be able to create a custom URL once we get up to 25. So if you guys could help, if you guys could go to Bri Fit Dance, and again, I think I put the direct link in the description on this video. If you could go to that Facebook page and give her a like, that would be helpful. Here's a picture of her, by the way, with her mom. Her mom is lovely as well. Her mom is on the right, of course, Bri on the left. And she's going to do a lot of fitness-related videos. She also is learning to hula hoop, so she's going to do some hooping. on the Hooping Live channel, and she's going to create some content for this channel. She's an entrepreneur. She's very smart. So is she going to be on some live streams here or have her own channel elsewhere? She has her own channel there, and she will hopefully be on some streams here as well. She'll be doing both. And she might even, keep our fingers crossed, she might even be working with Steve at Little Treasury. She's going to get in touch with him. I've already made that introduction, and because she only lives about 20 minutes from Little Treasury. She lives in Annapolis. So hopefully she'll be doing some things with Little Treasury also. So this is all in the works. She's a very intelligent young lady and just a joy to work with. So that I'm very picky who I work with because there are a lot of nutcases out there. I mean, just straight up nutcases, right? And Brianna is not one of them. She's got a head on her shoulders. So that's how that works. Okay, so I'm going to go. Actually, I'm going to bring it up on the computer here. I'm going to bring up her Facebook page, or try to. What happened here? What the heck is going on? Oh, there's Facebook. Facebook acts funny sometimes. Facebook is glitchy at best. So let me see if I can bring this page up here. And anyway, this is still officially, we got about a minute. Well, no, we don't. We have about 5 seconds to go before we're in the official start of the show. The official start of the show. Where is it? Where is... Oh, here we go. Brief Fit Dance. Now let me find it. I will find it. Here we go. All right. It's loading in. There we go. Okay, so this is her page. And again, it's just very temporary. We just threw this together late last night. We haven't even had a photo session yet. We're going to get a photo session together and create some really good content coming up. So, but you can see the lousy URL she has. She has Brief Fit Dance Dash and then this long number, right? Once she gets enough likes, we're going to be able to get a custom URL. She'll be able to get facebook.com/brieffitdance, right? So that's what we're trying to achieve here. And right now she's at 18 likes. 18 likes. We've got to get that up to 25, folks. We've got to get that up to 25. I don't ask you guys to do that much on this channel, right? I really don't. So let's do this for this young lady. Let's go to this page, Brief Fit Dance. Let's go to it, and let's get her the likes that she needs. And again, you can go to the URL brieffitdance.com, BRIFIT dance.com, brieffitdance.com. That's pointed straight to this page if you have any trouble finding it. Okay, so let's go there and let's get her these likes. Let's get this up over 25. We only need 7 more likes. Come on, folks. We need 7 more likes. Let's see. Let me refresh this. Make sure I'm up to speed here. Yeah, well, we got 15 people watching, so if only half of you all take the time and effort and go and like her page right now, we'll be where we need to be. Let's see. Who else is in the house? Stupid comments make for great video material. All right, so let's go to a stupid comment. So this guy commented, and he was commenting on my servicing video, and how dare you tell people to wait until their watch manifests a problem. My gosh, all those parts are going to be worn out. It'll cost them a fortune and I responded to him. I said, listen, I was very specific. I was talking about a Rolex. I was talking about the procedure that Rolex service centers do when they service a watch. They give an estimate, and I put links to these videos of the actual Rolex guys saying what they do. the Rolex guy, I think in at the London service center or whatever. Anyway, this is their procedure, and I've had this verified. Many people have verified this. You send the watch in for service. They examine the watch. They don't even totally disassemble it yet. They just examine it. And they give you a quote. And that's the quote. I mean, they don't change it. They don't call you back later and say, oh, we found some other problems. We're going to bump your price up. The quote they give you is pretty much the quote they go with. I haven't had anybody contradict this. And so they give you a quote. Let's say they say $800 to service your watch, right? Then they tear it apart. And they examine all the parts, and any parts that are worn, they replace. They assemble it, they lubricate it, they assemble it, they do all their thing, they put it back to factory specs, and they send the watch back to you. So, it makes no sense to just send it to them every 5 years and just have it serviced, just because you want to have it serviced, because you don't want the part to wear. Every 5 years you're spending, $500, $800, whatever they're going to quote you. They're probably going to quote you the same price. And so you're spending that every 5 years. Why don't you wait and spend it once in 20 years? I mean, I understand some of these people are challenged when it comes to math, but they can't figure that out. They can't figure out that you're going to save a lot of money if you service it once in 20 years as opposed to 4 times. So anyway, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, is this just ludicrous, these people? Now, I understand if you've got vintage watches that it's real hard to get parts for and all of that kind of stuff, then you got a whole bag of worms anyway. You got issues no matter which way you go. And so, yeah, maybe you want to have that service, but you better have yourself a really good watchmaker to do it so they don't do more harm than good. So that's a can of worms. But I wasn't really talking about the old vintage stuff, and I wasn't talking about other off-brands and strange situations. I was talking specifically about Rolex. And I'm sure Omega and Grand Seiko are probably very similar to how they operate. Okay, yes, you horrible... Craig, how dare you help uninformed people save money on needless maintenance? Yeah, there you go. So anyway, so then there was a post in one of the Rolex forums. There was a post about he had a Explorer 36 next to a sub, and he said, "Wow, these look very similar in size." And it really did. When you looked at the two side by side, they did look kind of similar. It was kind of like an optical illusion, right? But the reason it looked like that, and I pointed this out in my comment, is the dial size on the 36 mil Explorer is very close to the dial size on the sub because of the rotating bezel, right? Takes up more room, right? And so your actual dial size, where you can actually read the time, is about the same size. And I've pointed this out before on the channel. Like, you buy a 36 mil Datejust, for example, the size of the dial is almost exactly the same size as the dial on the Submariner. Maybe some of you guys that have the actual stats can chime in with the actual stats. As far as I knew, any parts that are replaced cost extra, but maybe Rolex does it differently. Yeah, I mean, according to the guy in at the service center in London, that I have the link to the video on that video, he straight up said they give the estimate prior to disassembling the watch, and that they just routinely replace any worn parts. It's just routine. And so, yeah, the strong implication there was you're not going to get any extra charges for the parts that he replaces. And again, I had numerous people comment on that video that the information I gave was pretty much accurate. That, yeah, maybe you'll pay a little bit more. Let's say, for example, let's say you service it every 5 years and they charge you $600 each year to service it, right? It goes up, but I'm just saying, we'll just average it out, $600 each year. Okay, so but you wait 20 years and you just have it serviced. Okay, so maybe it's going to charge. They're going to charge you $800, right? So you're still going to end up paying a whole lot less than if you had it serviced 4 times at $600. That's $2,400 by my math. So any way you slice it, you're going to spend a whole lot less money if you just wait. And you might not even service it at all. You might sell it or give it away or whatever before you ever even have to have it serviced. So anything can happen. I'm just checking a few things here. Let me go back and refresh Bree's page and see if any of you all bothered to go and give her a like. I'm going to refresh this. 18 people now. We're at 18. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the page. We're at 18 people have liked the page. And let me see who my real friends are, okay? Sanja did it. Randy did it. See, Wags, our Wags. Durr did it. Of course, my dad did it. Michael Faith did it. Brad, he's down under. He's down in Australia. George Cooper did it. That was very nice of him to do it. Stephen Applegate, a friend. Fred Merle, a friend, did it. John Grimes, he's a local friend here. Only watch guys so far are Durr and Randy. You're the only watch guys. So none of you other watch guys, come on, step up. How long does it take you? How much of an operation is it for you to go to Bree Fit Dance? And you can go to BreeFitDance.com. It points directly to this page. I'm trying to make it easy for you guys. Just go to BreeFitDance.com and go ahead and like the girl's page. What is so difficult about this? Somebody there's got to be on Facebook. Come on, let's get us up over 25. All right, so Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been taking a little bit of a pounding here lately. It's been hovering around 9,900 to 10,000 in that range. It for a while there, it didn't really want to go below 10. Now it's back over 10 again, $10,013. But for a while there, it didn't want to go below 10. Then it went below, and it's been below several times now since it was up in the tens, the low tens. It's dipped back down into the high nines a couple of times. One time I think it went to like 9,400. And people were saying like, this is your last chance to buy Bitcoin under $10,000. And they keep saying that every time it goes under $10,000, right? And you keep getting another chance. It's like the climate change people saying the world's going to come to the end. Well, it's going to come to the end this year, and then it doesn't. And then they say the next year, oh, no, it's going to come to the end this year. You know, talk about the boy that cried wolf. But anyway, I think Bakkt is coming out tomorrow, and I think we could see a crash in Bitcoin. I think it's possible Bitcoin could go down to $5,000 to $7,000. I think it's possible. Is it likely? Is it going to happen? I have no idea, and nobody really has any idea. If anybody acts like they do have an idea of what the price of Bitcoin is going to do, they don't. But I think it's possible. And I would be tempted to buy some more if it does take a major dip. But I don't really need any more. I've actually got plenty. I'm actually heavy in my allocation. I'm overweight in Bitcoin just because it's gone up so much. I mean, $10,000, that's insane right there. I mean, I'm on record a couple of years ago when we interviewed the Bitcoin Meister. It was like $1,200 when we interviewed him. And we were speculating as to whether or not it would even hit $5,000 in 2020. We were speculating if it would get as high as $5,000 in 2020. We were like, you know, that would be amazing, right? And now here we are, we're not even in 2020 yet, and we're double that. So I think it's insanely high already. So Bitcoin has found a new bottom. It's going to be interesting to see. Here's the thing about Bitcoin. here's the positive thing about all this is every day that it stays in this range, and so obviously some people are selling and some people are buying, I believe that there are more and more people that are coming into the space that have strong hands. I believe that slowly but surely the Bitcoin is being transferred from the weak hands to the strong hands. In other words, to people that will actually hold it and hold it long term. And the more long-term holders we get, like myself, that step into the space, the more likely it will be that we'll get that next run-up, okay? The people that are just buying and selling and trading it all the time, that's not helpful, right? That's not building the price. That's not building long-term value and so on and so forth. But as you get more and more people that are coming into the space that are holding, that are buying and holding, that's going to be significant because there'll be less and less Bitcoin available to be traded. And so supply and demand, folks, what happens? So I think there are more and more people coming into the space slowly but surely that are going to be long-term holders. And I think a lot of the Bitcoin is transferring now from the early adopters that have a lot of Bitcoin, and they're starting to sell some off, and they've been selling all along. I even sold some back in the day, but I'm not going to sell anymore. But they're cashing in. But as that Bitcoin is transferred to other people that are long-term thinkers and that are holding, things could get very interesting very quickly. Oakley World we've hit a new bottom. We might not go any lower, right? We will see. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. Apple is releasing the iCoin. Bitcoin is doomed. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. All these corporate coins, and again, it's what's important is that slowly but surely we are getting some people educated to the fact that Bitcoin is a one-of-the-kind, once-in-a-lifetime thing. Once in a multi-generational thing, really. I mean, this has never happened before. We have never had sound, hard money, a hard store value that anybody can buy and that anybody can transfer from one entity to another rapidly with very low cost. We've never had something like this. We've always had monies that were somewhat controlled by governments and so on and so forth, for the most part. And so this is the first time we've really had a worldwide store value / currency that nobody has control over. No government has control over it. No big corporation has control of it. Nobody can control it. And anybody can participate who wants to. There's no barrier to entry. Anybody can participate. This is really a game changer, I think. And I think it's very interesting. No doom, just more people are going to beware of Bitcoin. Yeah, well, like I say, that as they learn about the difference of Bitcoin, they hear about things like Libra and all these other, altcoins, non-coins, stable coins, whatever you want to call them. They learn about all these things. And see, when I first learned about Bitcoin, it was like 2011, and I dismissed it. I didn't get involved until 2013. I dismissed it initially. A lot of people dismissed it initially. Because I immediately said, hey, what's going to stop somebody else from creating one? It's just electronic internet money. Why can't just anybody just create one? And so therefore there'll be an unlimited number of them and it'll be totally diluted and it won't have any value. And so that's what their initial response is to Bitcoin. And that's normal. I think a lot of people have that initial response. And then once you really figure it out, and figure out how hard it would be for any entity to recreate Bitcoin, virtually impossible it would be to do it. And also there'd be no motivation. There's no motivation for a corporation or a government to create a totally decentralized currency. They want the opposite. They want control of the currency. They want it to be centralized, right? So they would not have any motivation to create it, even if they could, right? and no other entity really would be motivated to create it. This is something that just is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that flew under the radar long enough to get spread out enough and decentralized enough that it's very hard to kill. It's like that thousand-headed monster. It's very hard to kill, and it's going to be really interesting times ahead. Okay, I just like the Brief Fit Dance Facebook page. Mark in the house. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. We're going to go here and we're going to refresh. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. Here's the page. I'm going to refresh this live. It says 18. I'm going to refresh it. Hey, we're at 22. We're only 3 away, folks. We're only 3 away from the target of 25. Come on, give this girl 3 more likes. I'm not asking for a super chat here, for gosh sakes. Give her 3 more likes, and then I'll tell you the story about Brianna and how we met. If we can get 3 more likes, I'll tell you the story about Brianna and how she and I met. How's that? What do you think about that? And yes, folks, I have very good taste. Okay, that's not debatable. And I'm always right, by the way. I have very good taste, and I'm always right. Somebody made a comment on one of my videos. He said you wear ugly clothes. You've got ugly pillows. See the pillows in the background? You've got ugly pillows and ugly furniture, and you don't know what you're talking about. Other than that, I like your show. He said, that's a good one. So, hey, we're up to 22 likes, folks. We're only 3 away. I believe when she gets 25, I think she can do it. I think she can get the custom URL when she gets 25. That's a fun little video she put up there jumping. She just did that yesterday. She did that little video. Her channel is going to be very focused on fitness, health, and she's going to also talk about Bitcoin some. Oh, by the way, she wears, Joey, I just got the notification Joey did it. She wears a watch, by the way. Let me see if I can pull up one of her photos where she's wearing a watch, and maybe you guys can tell what watch she's wearing. I got to close some of these tabs. I've got way too many tabs here. And then I want to talk about the ideal watches, and I want to talk about my meeting that's scheduled with Grand Seiko in New York with the head people, the people from Japan. The head people. I want to talk about that and my idea for the ideal watch, okay? The ideal watch. But in the meantime, I want to find, I'm going to get her Instagram up here. And it is Brief Fit Dance. See, that's what we're doing, is it's going to be Brief Fit Dance on everything. This is the way I set up brands. I always set it up so that you have the same brand on everything. Okay. So, all right, so here's her Instagram. Here's Brianna's Instagram. Okay, lots of haters on YouTube. Yeah. Hey, Craig, do you think we'll see a big increase in Bitcoin purchases by wealthy Chinese and Hong Kong buyers? I think a lot of wealthy all around the world are going to be buying. 3 likes away until Greg breaks out his dance moves for the video. Okay, all right, so let me show you. Look here. You think I'm just funning you guys, okay? Look at this picture right here. Look at that. Is she wearing a watch or what? Is she wearing a watch or what, folks? You tell me. It looks like it to me. It looks like she's wearing a timepiece. So let me know what you think about that, to use an Archie comment. And here we go. Let's go ahead and go through. Let's look at a couple of these pictures. There's another picture. Brianna, the lovely Brianna. Let me know if you want Brianna to come to the Little Treasury event. Let me know if you want her to come to the Little Treasury event. Oh, she's going to dive off in the pool? Is this the deal here? Oops. Oh, she looks like her hand hit the diving board there. That's not good. Okay. All right. That's what you call dangerous curves, folks. Dangerous curves ahead. Watch out. Watch out. All right. Here she is hooping. This is her first time, I think, hooping. Oh, you're hearing the audio, too. All right, let's stop that. That's enough of that. Come on, stop. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right, let me go back and refresh her page and see if we've already got 25, see if we can move on. We're going to check this real quick here. I'm going to refresh live on the air. We're at 22. I'm refreshing. 24. Come on, we're one away. Come on, folks. We're one away. 24 likes. And we got a new notification from Joey. He accepted it. Yeah, he was the last one. Okay. All right, so we've got 24 likes. Come on, we're within one, for gosh sakes. Come on, somebody can go there and like that page. All right, so in the meantime, let's talk about some perfect watches. I want to try to design some perfect watches for Grand Seiko. You guys remember the 18 karat gold stunner that I had? Let me pull up a picture of that. 18 karat. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of that real quick so that we can talk about this, because this is important stuff now. Important stuff now. We're getting down to the brass tacks, okay? You guys remember this watch that I sold to a viewer. I really liked it. It was a nice watch, but I did sell it to a viewer. I love the case design on that. See the shape of that case? Okay. So what I'm going to suggest, mull this over. I'm going to suggest that Grand Seiko come out with a version of that watch in 38 millimeters. That watch was 35.5 millimeters, so it was a little bit small. I think it looked good. On my wrist, it looked a little bit small because I got a pretty big wrist, but I wore it and it looked okay. Matter of fact, let me pull up a picture of it on my wrist. Here it is, kind of tucked underneath the shirt a little bit. All right, there it is on wrist, tucked underneath the shirt. It was only 10 mils thick, right? Which was a big plus for wearing it as a dress watch. Here it is. Here it is more exposed. Okay? And we'll go full frame here. Some guy says, you look like an idiot wearing that hat and all this stuff. Ah, well, what the heck? I like it. It's comfortable. So there you go. So see, a little bit small, right? Okay, so here's the deal. What happens if they come out with a 38 mil version of that watch with a nice deployant clasp, 10 mils thick, same thickness as that watch, 9F movement, still 9F movement. And listen to me close now. No date and no second hand. What do you think about that? The ultimate dress watch, just a minute, an hour hand. And do you really need a second hand on a dress watch? Think about it. Very elegant, very clean. And then those that are perturbed by the second hand going, there's no second hand. So it's not going to be going. Right? What do you think about that? And what do you think about if they could keep the price point at around 10,000? 10,000. and have it be a regular production watch, not a limited production, just a regular production watch. How cool would that be? I think it would be cool. I think it could be potentially a Calatrava killer. And of course, with the 2017 and newer dial, with the GS at the top, right? The dial like that type of a dial, right? So that's one watch, all right? And by the way, while we're on this watch, while we're looking at this watch, this exact watch, but give me a micro adjustment in the clasp. All I really need is 3 micro adjustments, 3 millimeters, 1 in the middle and then 1 millimeter on either side. I think that would be enough for most situations to have that amount of, well, to be safe, let's say 4 millimeters. So basically, well, I have 1 in the center and 2 mils on either side, so that would be a total of 5. 5 notches. So, no, my diver right here has 4, so I think 4 micro adjustments is plenty. 4 1 millimeter adjustments, and have it be like the glide lock where you lift it up and you move it and you know, something like that, but do it very elegant, right? So in other words, this same watch here, just give me those micro adjustments, all right? And I'm a happy camper. And for that matter, do that on all their bracelets. All right, give us those micro adjustments. All right? So then give us a version of this watch that's 40 mils and that is 12.5 mils thick. So shave off 1.5 mils. This is 14 mils. Bring it down to 12.5 mils, which is thinner than a sub, I think. I think it's thinner than the current sub. And make it 40 mil watch. All right. And go ahead and pacify the people out there. Make the class more elegant, right? Still give me the extension. Still give me the micro adjustments. Actually, I really think what they should do is they should give people 2 options on the clasp and let the AD switch it out. Make it easy to switch out. And for people that don't need the dive extension, I mean, how many people need the freaking dive extension? Are you kidding me? People don't put this on over a wetsuit, right? So let's say you don't want the dive extension, but you want the easy micro adjustments, 4 micro adjustments, where you don't have to use a tool, right? This you have to use a tool. But you want 4 micro adjustments where you don't have to use a tool and a nice elegant clasp. Give that option and then give this clasp option for those pros that really want the dive extension functionality, right? And let them make a choice. I mean, look how many choices people get with the Apple Watch, right? Come on now. It's time to give people choices on some of this stuff. Let's see. Got a green dial. Okay, I got to catch up here. I'm behind. Somebody got a really cool watch. And everybody's congratulating him on it. Yep, I'm sure a troll in cargo shorts and a backwards baseball hat has a lot of clout in critiquing the way you dress. Jeez. Full of tattoos, too. Don't leave that out. He's full of tattoos and like nose rings and stuff. Movado style dress watch. There we go. Patek Philippe, Artemiotis, Piguet, and Cartier got rid of the seconds hand with their quartz model. It works well. There you go. I think that a no second-hand complication is really classy and clean look. There you go. Calatrava killer, you're giving Grand Seiko way too much credit. No, this thing is gorgeous. No. Let's go back. Let's look at some of these photos. I mean, this thing is absolutely stunning. It is stunning. That case design is absolutely stunning. And the dial, I mean, look at that. I mean, no, I'm not giving anybody too much credit. That's a solid 18 karat gold case. That is absolutely stunning. The indices, the dial, the crown. You can't see the signed crown, you know, here in this picture, but yeah, you bump that thing up to 38 mils, keep it 10 mils thick. I don't think any Calatrava has anything on that. And from a standpoint of the movement, the 9F movement is 10 times better than any movement Calatrava has as far as reliability and lack of maintenance that you would have to do. Calatrava is a bag of hurt just waiting to take a bite out of your wallet is what it is. Sort of like owning a Ferrari, right? It's great as long as it starts and runs, but when you got to take it into the shop, get ready to bend over. So, Grand Seiko will always be the keel of watches unless they completely dispose of the Seiko name. Well, obviously it's not for everybody. I'm a guy that would buy a Lexus, so there you go. We need to see a Mark Goldberg and Craig Shipp collab stream, LOL. He's always welcome to come on. Message him right now and tell him he can Skype into the show. He's always welcome to Skype into the show. Skype on in. Skype on in. If he just sends me an email to my name, CraigShipp@gmail.com, I'll give him the Skype. I can't give it over the chat here, but I'll give him the Skype. He can call in. Speaking of calling in, where's Carlos? I'd like to have him call in and show us his watch, see how beat up it is, see if he's been wearing that Date 8. A little late, already watched the brief fit and gave her a thumbs up. There you go, R. Wags. Yes, he did. R. Wags was one of the first watch people to give it a thumbs up. Let's go back to her page and let's refresh and see what number of likes she's up to. Let's see if she's hit that magic number yet. Last we checked, it was 24. We're refreshing right now. 25. We're at 25, folks. Thank you very much. We are at 25. And no, I'm not going to dance for you, but we'll let Bree jump for you. We'll let her jump. There she is, jumping for joy. Brianna, the host of Bree Fit Dance. Bree Fit Dance. There you go. All right. And somebody in Hooping, Sarasota just reacted to one of my posts. 25. So she should be able to do it now. Let me check and see if she's on Instagram. I'm going to message her right now at 25 likes. And I'm going to say try to get the username. Okay. Okay. All right. So I messaged her. Thank you all for doing that. Let me just refresh this again and see if we're stuck at 25. I think that's all she needs. They don't really publish it. Now we're at 26. They don't really publish it, but I believe I'm going from memory here. The last time I went through this rigmarole, we had to get 25. Gary Levin just did it. Sarah Butler did it. A bunch of my friends have jumped in here now and helped out. Helped out Brianna. Going through the list here to see if I see any of you guys' names. Oh, it only shows me my friends that have liked it. Okay, so if you're not my friend on Facebook, then it doesn't show me your name. But anyway, thank you just the same. Here I am, but I cannot call now. Okay, Carlos can't call right now, but if you can later, just give us a holler, let us know, and you can come in and show us what you're wearing. Just like normal Seikos, don't pay full retail for a Grand Seiko, and you won't have terrible. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like the guy that bought that one from me, the guy that bought that stunner from me, he was buying it to wear it every day to work. I think that's great because he's got something very elegant. He dresses nice. He wears a suit and a dress shirt and all every day. He's got something elegant that he can wear, something that he doesn't have to worry about giving any trouble at all. That 9F movement is robust, to say the least. Every 3 years he puts a battery in it. That's all he does. End of story. And no servicing costs to speak of, right? Now, he's not going to swim with that. It doesn't have a screw-down crown. He's just going to wear it for dress purposes. But I think he paid me, I want to say $3,700 for it. I don't remember the exact number, but it was right around there. You know, he's got an elegant 18-karat gold dress watch. I think that's pretty cool. And he can wear that indefinitely. Indefinitely. What do you think of the Grand Seiko SBGA 283? Let's pull it up. I'm in a good mood now, so I'll check any watch you want to check. SBGA 283. And we're going to go for about another 20 minutes, just so you guys know. So get all your questions in, anything you want to talk about, any trolling. And you guys can even troll me now because I'm in such a good mood. And moderators, let them troll here. We'll give them 20 minutes here that they can do some trolling. They want to do some trolling. Now, if it's totally nasty, then no. But if it's good-natured trolling, we'll let it fly for 20 minutes here. Okay, so there's the watch. We've looked at this watch before. This is like their entry-level spring drive. I think, I'm going by memory now, but I don't think it has a screw-down crown. So if that's not a deal killer for you, it's only 12.3 mils thick, which is very nice. It's 39, which is very nice, 39 mils. So it's a little bit smaller than the Snowflake, which I think the Snowflake is a little bit big for most wrists. So I think that this is a sweet spot. And I think that if you, I'm just looking here, 10 bar, water resistant. Oh, it does have a screw down crown. Wow, okay. That's very nice. 148 grams, that's a decent weight. That's not terrible. I think it's elegant. Now, here's the other thing about this watch. Again, you're not going to have micro adjustments. So I don't know how sensitive your wrist is to heat changes and all, how much your wrist changes in size. But I can tell you right now, my wrist, the last 2 days before this, it heated, it got a lot warmer the last day or so. It's up to like 90 degrees today almost. But it had been real cool previous to that and low humidity. And this watch was getting loose, and I was getting ready to do my fall adjustment on the micro adjustment here and bring it in one. And in the fall, when the seasons change, I typically adjust my bracelet one tighter. On the date 8, I used to take a link out, right? So now, of course, we've got the hot weather back, so this is fitting fine. So I didn't change it yet. So in the next week or so, there's going to come a time when I'm just going to be consistently, this is going to be too loose, okay? And this is even with the dive adjustment all the way in, okay? It's all the way in right now, right? So it's fitting fine right now because, again, it got hot again. But I have to do that adjustment typically in the fall and the spring. I need to adjust my bracelet. So for me, I don't think I'm going to buy any more watches that don't have a micro adjustment because I don't want to have to take a link in and out. That's just too much of a hassle for me. I just don't want to mess with it. Especially on these Grand Seikos, it's not that much fun to take a link in and out on those. Okay, not with my tired eyes and so on and so forth. The ones with screws, the screws are real tiny. The ones with pins and collar are actually easier to do, trust me, than the ones with the screws, because you can press them out, and it's not really that hard to do. So anyway, I'm a no-fly zone as far as I'm not going to buy any more watches without micro adjustments that are pretty easy to do. So if that is not an issue for you, then that watch I think is fantastic. I think it's a fantastic value. $3,800 list. My gosh, you can buy it for less. I mean, that's pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. Let me see. What happened to Skype? Just in case anybody calls in, I got to have Skype up here. Okay, I'm just going to leave it up on the screen there just in case. All right, so if you had the money to blow, I'd get the GS Gold Stunner for dress everyday use and a Calatrava 5196 for special occasions. If I bought a Calatrava, I would wear the damn thing. I wouldn't wait for special occasions. I'd wear the damn thing. If I'm going to tie up that kind of money in a watch, I'm going to freaking wear it. And, I mean, full stop. That's done. Because here's the thing. That money is not working for you. It is not going to double every 7 years like any decent investment. You might be lucky if it doubles once and then levels off or something, right? I mean, even like if you buy a sub, at retail, okay, so it goes up a little bit because you've actually bought it really under market. It didn't really go up in value. You bought it under market, right? Because the market value of a sub is actually higher than retail, right? Or let's use the Pepsi as an example. That's even a better example. The market value is significantly higher than the AD charges, right? The list price. So really, the watch didn't go up in price. You just bought it low. It's just like if you go and you buy a house under market, right? The house really didn't go up in price. You just got a good buy on it. You bought it under market. When a house goes up in price, that means relative to market value, you've held on to it. Let's say you bought it and you held on to it 5 years and the whole market has gone up 6%, right? And so your investment, if you will, has gone up 6%. Now, if you bought it 10% below market, now you're looking at a gain of 16%, right? Because you made 10% on the buy, you bought it under market, and then you've gotten that 6% appreciation as well, that's why everybody says the money's made in real estate on the buy. You want to buy it right, and then you can really make some money in real estate. So yeah, if I sunk that kind of money in a Calatrava, I would sure as heck wear it. Craig, what do you think of the Ulysses Nardin Classic Warrior? I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's see if we can search that. No idea what that is. I wouldn't buy one, I don't think, though. Where did I, okay, ULYSSE. Well, they have a Nardin, a marine chronometer. Is that what you're talking about? I want to look at that. Let's see here. My gosh, these things are expensive. Let's just go in here real quick and just look. I guess they make a bunch of different things. Yeah, these all look kind of ugly. Yeah, no, this would be a no-fly zone for me. No. 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 I don't buy ugly watches. Pass on all of that stuff. Of course, I don't do nose rings or lip rings or tattoos or any of that stuff either. I'm not hip. I buy really classy, really good-looking stuff. So that's how that works. How about the Rolex 116000? We looked at that the other day. I think that's fantastic. So here's one with a blue dial. I think that, yeah, here's one with a blue dial. Pull this up. I'll cut to it once it loads in here. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that is, whoops, zoomed in. Didn't mean to zoom in like that. Okay, there we go. I mean, yeah, that's stunning. I mean, and look at the price point. I mean, that is absolutely stunning. Now, is it 36 mil? It says unisex. I hope that's 36 mil. Yeah, 36, yeah. And I think they're only 11.7 mils thick. Oh, it says 12 thickness. I think they're a little less than that. Yeah, I mean, that is just an all-around perfect, everyday, heavy use, sport / dress / do everything watch. That has 2 big thumbs up for me. Always will. Let's see. For the cost of a Grand Seiko or others in the same cost realm, a micro adjustment bracelet should be there for sure. Absolutely. Yes, but I would have a Reverso instead of the Patek. Yeah, I like the classic. I like the case design on some of the Patek Calatravas. Not all of them. But I like the ones that are really flowing like this. I mean, I'm telling you, I know I keep going back to this watch, but that is my kind of case. Oh, okay. Skype audio. Let's see, Brianna's calling. Let me see if I can answer.
Hello.
Brianna?
Yes, this is Brianna.
Can you turn on the video?
Turn on the video. Okay.
Are you on your phone? Oh, there we
Okay, you
go.
see me now?
We've got Brianna in the house. Yes, and
Hi.
they can hear and see you. You're over 25. Did you get the username?
No, not yet, but I will.
Can you try to do it while we're live?
Yeah.
See what you can do. This will be exciting if you can do it live on the air. We've got a bunch of folks watching, and a bunch of them are the ones that went and liked your page and pushed you over the 25.
Yeah. Yeah. Would like to appreciate everyone for that.
Yeah, they came through. I had to prod them a little bit. They needed a little bit of prodding, but they came through.
Good.
So take your time and see if you can get that
Um,
username. Now, are you on your computer or on your phone on Skype?
this is my laptop.
Okay,
Using my laptop.
cool. So you should be able to go to the page and click where it says username and see if it now allows you to do that.
Username. I'm using my phone right now.
Oh, you're probably going to you might need to do it in the browser on the computer.
Okay.
Can you do that while you're on Skype?
Okay. I will go to the internet browser.
Yeah.
But can you still see me?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
This is live, folks. We're seeing if she can get this username locked down, this URL, live on the air. This is what you get on this channel. You get real live action. You don't see this on any of the other channels, folks. And by the way, let me know in the chat if you have any questions for Brianna while she's here. She's only going to be here briefly. She's a very busy young lady.
Yes, I am.
She's got places to go and people to see, and she's in motion.
All right. So I'm on the left side of my my page.
And where it says that username, can you click on that and edit that?
Let me see here. Says my account has to be verified.
Okay, go ahead and do that. I thought you'd already done that. Can you click on that? What are they going to do? Are they going to
Yeah, I
send
thought I
you?
did as
Are they
well.
going to send you a text or something? What are they going to do to verify it?
Yeah, they're gonna text me.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Let's see what happens.
Settings.
Somebody made a comment in the chat on their sub, the Rolex sub that they bought. The lugs were too fat on it, so they sold it. I agree. I don't like the super case on those newer subs. The super cases are not the way to go. We don't like fat lugs. But he sold it at a profit, so that's always good. And Chi-Town says, you bagged a profit and got rid of a watch you didn't like. That's right. What's not to like there? Good move. A lot of watch folks in the chat right now. And a few Bitcoiners in there. Bitcoin's 256-bit encryption is vulnerable once Google scales its quantum computing. Yeah, I've got information on that. If you go to my website, CraigShipp.com, and go to the Bitcoin section, there's some information addressing quantum computers. It's a non-issue. That is a non-issue. You don't have to worry about the quantum computers. And follow Jimmy's song on that. He's really a smart guy. Follow him on Twitter, Jimmy Song. He really tweets out some pearls of wisdom. Making any progress, Brianna?
I keep making different usernames, but they are not available.
Does it say Brief Fit Dance is not available?
Yeah,
It
like
should be.
yeah, should be, but I'm trying to do all lowercase, at least all lowercase, and it doesn't let me.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why. It says your username should include your authentic name.
Wait. You don't want to do the username on your personal page. You want to do it on your business page for Brief Fit Dance.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I am.
It shouldn't have to be that way. It should be relevant to your page, your business page. It shouldn't have to have anything to do with your name. Something is wrong. Folks, ask me if you have any questions. I'm going to wrap up this live stream so that I can help her with this. So ask me any questions you have in the chat, like right now, because I'm going to wrap this puppy up. It's almost 6 o'clock anyway, so we were going to wrap it anyhow, because we're going to resolve this issue and get her URL. If it's the last thing we do, we're going to get that done. All right, I don't see anything new in here, so I'm going to wrap the broadcast. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Make sure you click subscribe and click the little bell. And I'm going to pull up the Video Pro app here and get connected so that I can terminate the broadcast here.
Thank you again.
Okay. Stop. Complete event.